Hi everyone, it's Sue. Welcome to my channel today. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate that. Now today, little bit different of a video. Today I'll be making some faux stamps, some embellishments that I'm going to put in my web store, which I'll link in the description box below. But while I'm making the embellishments, I'd like to sort of share some of my recent thinking. 2020 was an interesting year, to say the very least, and it did highlight the need for some changes for me, which I'll get to in a little while. But one of my intentions this year is to use up some of my stash. I have so much of it, and I'm just going to put a little bit of a quick scan of my room, where you'll see pretty much how much stuff I actually have. And unfortunately, what you will see isn't everything I've got. I have lots more. I have a couple of other cupboards in other rooms full of stuff as well. So I really seriously need to start destashing and using up some of my supplies. So I'm going to do a few videos this year just using up some of the bits and pieces I have, and I'm really going to try hard not to buy anything. As you can see, most of the stuff's sort of organised in the plastic drawers, but a lot of them are overflowing and there's just too much stuff. So I'm going to try to do some projects this year to use up some of those bits and pieces, because to be honest, they're really starting to mess with my head, all that stuff, and it's just unnecessary. So this year, one of those intentions is to use up some things, which is why I'm doing this little faux stamps at the moment. And as you can see, I was using some small little images that I had photocopied from a previous project, and I was using those as the focal point, and you can see I'm backing them onto some book page, and then I'm going to stick them onto those stamp bases, which were cut from a Kaiser Craft die, and again they were cut from leftover bits of paper. So I am trying to use up all those little bits of paper that we all sort of hoard. So back to my story. My art journey, I guess, started in October 2016 when I broke my ankle, which was actually the first time because I later broke it again. But anyway, I found YouTube because I was sitting around doing, well, nothing. I did find YouTube. Prior to that, I really thought that YouTube was basically for young people, but I discovered a lot of craft channels on there. Which sort of gave me the, I guess, inspiration to drag out what art stuff I had left from before and to really start doing some crafting. And I guess it really started more with the mixed media stuff, and I really loved doing that. And then I progressed over time. I progressed into journals and so forth. But one of the reasons that I really latched onto it, I guess, was because I felt I did need something other than my work in my life. My kids were sort of grown up, and I found that I was focusing most of my time on my work, although it is technically a 9-to-5 job. In reality, it had become a 7-to-9 job, and my health was suffering, and I'm not getting any younger, and my stress levels were rising. My physical well-being wasn't good. I wasn't getting out, wasn't doing anything, so I started doing more crafts, and then I decided that I would love to share my stuff and my journey with the crafting community that I sort of had really embraced, I guess. So then I started my YouTube channel, which was something that was really way out of my comfort zone. And of course, I had a lot of help from my son, who's more technically advanced than I am or was, and it has been a big learning curve for me, all recording videos and editing and so forth, which has been challenging but good. So yeah, I moved on, I guess, from there by doing the videos and so forth. Um, and then I guess this year with 2020, I found that my stress levels were really not decreasing at all. In fact, in some ways, they'd probably got worse. And I decided that I couldn't keep going like that. By the end of 2020, I was exhausted. And I really needed a break. And I did take a little break, which really did help, I must admit. But I decided that long term I needed to do something more than that. So what I decided, I guess I was just searching YouTube for whatever else I could come across, and how to sort of simplify my life, maybe to find ways of decreasing my stress and so forth. And I guess I came across all the slow living movement videos and things like that, simplifying your life and things like that. And look, it brought to mind that quote by Albert Einstein where insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And I guess that's what I was doing. I kept doing the same things and expecting things to change, but in reality, they just weren't changing. So late last year, I started with making just some small changes to what I was doing. Started to eat a little bit more healthily, which for me is quite challenging. I am fructose intolerant, so eating a lot more vegetables and things like that is pretty much difficult for me. I have to be very careful which ones I eat. But I sort of made the effort to do that. And I did also plant some vegetable seedlings, which I will insert some pictures in the video now so you can see what I'm talking about. So in this planter I have 2 miniature tomato plants and some bok choy, which I can eat fairly without any problems. This one is chocolate mint. It does actually have a chocolatey taste of mint. Carrots. And in my actual garden, this one is mini cucumbers, and then these ones are beans. I think they're string beans. So they were the things that I've planted, and I will give you an update on how they're going. I'm quite happy with how they're going, actually rather pleased with how they're going, because unusual, something new for me, so I'm really happy with how they're working out. One of the reasons of sort of planting the seeds was not only will I get some fresh vegetables to eat and so forth, it also gets me out of the house, gets me some fresh air, because I really wasn't getting out very much and getting any fresh air at all. So that was sort of a twofold reason. And the other thing I'm starting to do is declutter, get rid of stuff that I've had for a long time, because I'm reluctant to throw things out. I'm not a hoarder, but I do have a lot of stuff, so I've decided I've got to start getting rid of the things that I really don't need. So that's the start of my journey, and I'm really hoping that you follow along with me, share what I'm doing to slow things down, to start to de-stress my life, I guess. And who knows, some of you might be able to pick up some of the ideas that I'm coming across as well. So I really hope that you will be able to continue joining me. I will, of course, still be doing some art stuff as well. I'd like to try and incorporate both sort of things into my videos. Have to say, as I'm editing at the moment, it's very challenging, but we'll see how I go. And I will do some more videos shortly to share some other ideas that I do have regarding my channel, and some video ideas and things like that. All right, what I might do is maybe speed up the rest of the video and put it to music, so I sit back and enjoy. And thank you very much for listening, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.